Hello everyone, welcome to the finale of Season 5 at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Still a few places to play for in the championship, but Hamilton crowned world champion on around 300 points now, heading into the final race. The best we could get is third, but if we can move up to at least fifth, I'd be happy with that. But it's time for qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Here we are at the beautiful Yas Island circuit, where qualifying is about to begin. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action. The competition is certainly heating up as we head into today's qualifying. Some impressive times showing up during the previous practice sessions. Anthony Davidson, do you think we can expect a similar level of skill to be showcased during today's qualifier?
Well, I certainly hope so. The competition here is extremely tight, and I think we might see some very close times today. Remember, practice isn't just about fastest lap times though, it's about optimisation, it's about ratifying your decisions. No one's going to be sweating small mistakes here and there, but in qualifying that all changes. You need to nail that perfect lap or face the consequences, and believe me, that's a lot of pressure.
Okay, we'll alter the setup of the car. laps of fuel remaining. Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 32.9. top of the speed trap, 216.0 miles per hour. That's you into P2. You're currently on the front row of the grid. Our best lap so far is a 1:32.8. seconds left in the session.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Perez, Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. It's twilight here in the United Arab Emirates and twilight also on another Formula One season. It's been a captivating story throughout the year, but will we see one final dramatic twist before the end? The Marina circuit is made up of 3.4 miles of track, featuring 21 corners with 2 very long straights. DRS zones going into the heavy braking zones of both Turn 8 and Turn 11 offer plenty of potential for overtaking. The circuit comes with its fair share of tricky corners as well, in particular Turns 15, 16 and 17, which will certainly test a driver's braking management. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. They've had a fantastic campaign, it's been a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
I agree it's been a truly impressive season, but championship or no, I don't think they'll be gently cruising around to the finish line. In fact, with points no longer a concern, there's a lot less to risk, so we may even see a more aggressive approach.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. It's Sergio Perez on pole position today, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, McDonald, Lucas Faber and Stroll. Vettel, they've taken a grid penalty. Hamilton, Raikkonen and Daniel Ricciardo. Norris, Bottas, Romain Grosjean and Gasly, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Carlos Sainz and George Russell. Butler and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
It's been a long season, but let's try to end it on a high note.
That's the spirit. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, so we'll try and end on a high note. Still plenty of opportunities for this last Grand Prix of the season, of Season 5. Now, original strategy is a 2-stop, but I kind of want to gamble for a 1-stop if possible. Just try something different for the last race. I mean, we're guaranteed at least 6th in the championship, but I'd love to be at least top 5. I mean, 3rd is very, very unlikely. I'd have to win. 4th also unlikely, but it's still mathematically possible. And battle for Ferrari for 2nd place in the constructors at 18 points. Separate the 2 Ferrari powered cars, 2 Ferrari powered teams, but advantage Ferrari being ahead, and also Leclerc being ahead on the grid. Yeah, understood. I think for many drivers this season it will be their last race for the team. I mean, this is probably our last race for Haas, our temporary basis time with them. But I mean, I've achieved a few podiums with them, so that's pretty good anyway. Another podiums for another constructor. I'm pretty sure Lucas Faber would be staying with Haas. We believe Devon Butler's going to Racing Point for the final season. So Devon Butler starting P19 in his last race for Renault. It's likely to be his last race for Renault. Also the Ferrari driver lineup, probably Leclerc will stay on, but Vettel unsure if he's going to stay at Ferrari for the final season or not. Red Bull, Stroll probably last race. Verstappen we don't know. I would have thought McLaren would stick with Hamilton. Perez I'm not sure. It could be Perez's last race for McLaren, but I believe the only drivers that would be staying at their current teams is Leclerc and Weber, but I'm not sure. Who knows? If anything, all the drivers could be swapping teams. But here we go then. As Weber, Stroll, Vettel are ghosting through each other. And we line up on the grid for one final time in Season 5. You know, it's not been a championship this time around, but still been I'd say a fairly decent season. But let's try and end on a high with 28 laps to go in this season. Perez on pole for the final race in Abu Dhabi. Verstappen on the front row. What's going to happen? 5 red lights. So, and away we go for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Verstappen gets a flying start. Absolutely fantastic from the Dutchman, who's into the lead of the Grand Prix as we tap the rear tyre of Leclerc. He's got away with it. I haven't quite got away with it. Max Verstappen takes the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from Perez. Perez didn't get off the line well. Because Vettel with that grid penalty, he's already going to try and make a move, is he? We'll block him off. But Weber's got the jump on me. I wasn't really trying to make a move on Leclerc there. Just a slight bit of contact, but Leclerc's got away without any damage to his Ferrari. But Verstappen leads the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from Perez, Leclerc, and the 2 Haas cars. But Vettel has made a good start up into P6, straight past Lance Stroll. He's down to P7. Yeah, it's been a tricky year again for Red Bull. They'll be fifth in the constructors, but the final time, Max Verstappen leads on the way on lap 2. Vettel trying to put a bit of pressure on me here. Hamilton hasn't really made the best of starts. Here comes Vettel once more. We're preventing him from going down the inside. Later on the brakes. Vettel trying to go for it. Doesn't quite work out for him there. I think Raikkonen on Stroll. Vettel's going to try again. Contact with the second Ferrari of the day. Let's get my exit all compromised there. Here's Vettel once more. What is Vettel doing? I'm trying to give him the space. Has he forced me off the track?
Okay, box, box, box. We're adjusting
Ourselves and Vettel have collided on the final race.
no overtaking.
But we're able to keep it going.
Number positive as we form up.
What is Vettel doing? My God, qualifying and the main race. What is this guy's problem? Is he okay? He's made contact with me numerous times in one sector, in one lap. What is he doing? Oh, he stays out. We'll go for another set of softs. It's too early to go to the mediums. I don't understand this guy. We've got a safety car.
Release, release.
They are used softs, but too early to go, yeah, medium.
One stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
So lucky that we went out the race. I had to slam on the brakes there.
Drop your speed. Our delta is too
Unbelievable. This guy is... Ever since we've not been teammates anymore, I don't understand what Vettel... He's been driving very, very erratically against me. I mean... I tried to give him enough room and I still felt contact on my car. Multiple times. So lucky we were able to reverse out of there. If anything, Vettel will probably lose a place in the standings for this as well. I would have thought Vettel had some damage, because how has Vettel got away without damage? Vettel spun round.
stops remaining. The time last
Oh,
lap
I think
was
it was on a 2-stop. There's still 2 stops left.
8:53.
Wow. Well, we'll do 1 stop left. We'll do 1 stop left, not a 2-stop left, for the information for the rest of the drivers. But that's really bad from Vettel. We're not going to throw it because it is under safety car, so we will catch the back of the pack up. Pit stop information.
One more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. Your pit window open.
Okay, 8 laps on these tyres, we could definitely do that. We could definitely extend, I suppose, as well, if we really wanted to. Because, I mean, these tyres, they're only at 9%. Yeah, all the tyres are at 9%, so these tyres are fine. So Verstappen leads this Grand Prix.
Gap to teammate ahead is 34.0.
Yeah, Red Bull haven't won a race this season. Did they do it today? Oh, the Weber, yeah, still in P4. and try and save a bit of fuel as well in the meantime. I wonder if safety car might come in this lap. No, I think it's another lap then. Will be another lap under the safety car then. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely come in next lap. Just try and get the temperature in the
Let's
tyres.
catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, we might be teammates again next season, who knows? And this might be Vettel's final race for Ferrari. It's not the way he'd want his final race to go, if it were to be his final race. Butler's still behind the Williams of Russell. Oh, Hulkenberg's dropped a few places as well. So safety car will definitely be in this lap.
Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far
Yep,
back.
safety car in this
Remember that
lap.
we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car.
So
Safety
Verstappen will
car is in this
dictate the
lap.
pace.
Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature.
Yeah, understood,
Remember,
mate.
there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
If these drivers are on a 2-stop and I'm planning on a 1-stop, it could actually work out for me. Despite the earlier moment with Vettel. I'll put it over to Rich now. Verstappen really backing up the pack, as he'll get this race going again under green flag conditions, heading on to lap number 6 of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. As we go green flag racing, as we're actually going to get Vettel before the start finish line, and we haven't actually been asked to give the place back. Well, that's us making a bit of a statement there. That would be illegal as of now. But we have just proven a point to Sebastian. We're not happy with him. Let's go around the outside a bit, sir, as we've had a good restart. Devon Butler next in that pretty much unreliable Renault car. To get the slipstream from compatriot driver on the curb. We'll try it around the outside. Butler gives us the space and we get by the British driver. He's had a really shocking exit. He's got Kubica and Vettel for company. Vettel might try and get a double overtake here. And he has. Oh no, Butler's fighting it back. Butler's back in front of the German. He's got Nico Hulkenberg, now a podium sitter in Formula 1. Right behind the Renault. As Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the race, as Lucas now sets the fastest lap of the race, but down the inside of Nico Hulkenberg. It's Carlos Sainz next in the Toro Rosso. We don't know about Toro Rosso's lineup for next season. But Verstappen leads from Perez, Leclerc and Weber. Oh, so even the medium runners are looking for a 2-stop. Okay, interesting. But we pitted and that's... I wonder why Vettel didn't. I'm surprised Vettel didn't get any damage. Or maybe he has got some sort of damage. No, Vettel must have some kind of damage from that, because he's actually more checking his wing mirrors from Kubica instead of ahead with the Renaults, because I'm sure Vettel lost some carbon fibre in that collision. We're gaining on the Spaniard, Carlos Sainz, and that Torso. It could be a final corner overtake once more. It is going to be down the inside. Now we've made the move stick. Up into P15 as DRS is enabled. That will be very handy. Oh, that's one of the McLarens in the pits. I think that's could be Hamilton. Maybe going for an undercut. Oh. Well, actually, yeah, that is a good idea. We could extend. Never mind. Forget the no. Or yes, let's extend. Russell, P13. I think he's the only man who's not scored this season. Well, last chance for Russell today to score some points as he makes the move on the Mercedes of Pierre Gasly, who's going very slowly. But we're going to get a double overtake. Get the car slowed down only just. Well, we made one move, but we get a good exit. We get the DRS again, and we should breeze by George Russell. Gasly's got the DRS this time, as Russell is going to get re-overtaken. But I've made it past all this contact further back. I think between Gasly and Russell, there's bits of carbon fibre coming off one of those two cars. Oh, it's all happening here in Abu Dhabi. As next is Valtteri Bottas in the other Toro Rosso. We don't know where he's going for the next season either. I would say he's probably going to go to another team, I would have thought. He's had some success previously at Mercedes and at Red Bull. So we've got other drivers into the pit lane. Perez in the pits. Softs still feel okay, to be honest. They're all good. And we're back into the points. I think Vettel's pitting as well. I think he'd probably change his front wing. I don't know why they didn't do that before at Ferrari. And we should get DRS on the finished driver. Good teammate Weber in the podium places now, but he's close to the Ferrari of Leclerc. Down the inside of Bottas, that was a bit late. Oh, there's carbon fibre off his car. I did go for a dive, but it did work in my favour. It was a long way back, but it actually has worked out in the end. Bottas has only lost an end plate from that. Could have been a lot worse. Lots of battles happening here under the lights at Abu Dhabi. We've got all 20 runners still going in this Grand Prix. Next is Norris. This Haas has got really good pace. The team did a good job to get me back on track there. And it could have easily ended as now we've got Lucas in the pit lane. So we'll see what Weber's tyre choice is. Because he's got the fastest lap still, or maybe not. I think maybe another set of softs or maybe mediums, not sure. But we're in the podium places now as Hamilton sets the fastest lap. You've got Norris in the Mercedes in P2. You've got Ricciardo in a Racing Point. He's had a fairly good season in that Racing Point. That's not been as competitive. I think he deserves to stay in Racing Point if he wants to try and push him forward up the order. He's currently leading this race, but yet to pit.
We're leading our teammate by 12.2
Get in the
seconds.
slipstream, and Norris fresh softs. As Norris locks up, give it the space, and that's another move done, up into P2. Norris should get the DRS though, but he's quite far back. He didn't get the best of exits there. But we're up into second place now as Daniel Ricciardo is the leader at the moment. Not even half distance yet. Ricciardo might be diving in the pits this lap.
Ricciardo is ahead of you. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got
Yeah, that's Ricciardo, the race leader, dives into the pit lane. And we will take the lead of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But you got some medium runners like Bottas staying up. But Perez is the net race leader, the fastest lap now, on a fresh set of medium compound tyres. Yeah, if we can get to lap 14, we could pit for mediums and easily get to the end of the race. We just need to look after things. So if Vettel sets the fastest lap, he probably changed his wing, I would have thought.
Gap to teammate behind is 12.0 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 7th. The time
Oh,
last lap was
Lucas is on fresh soft. Okay. We need to try and build a gap over Bottas, and I know Perez will make light work of him for sure. Very easy to overtake here at Abu Dhabi. About 7 seconds ahead of Perez at the moment. Or we could try and hope in the next couple of laps we'll get a safety car or a virtual safety car. Understood, as Perez and Bottas are doing battle. No, Bottas is in the pits. As Leclerc sets the fastest lap, he's on a set of soft.
Perez is behind you. The gap behind us is 6.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap
Yeah, so Perez has got another stop. I would have thought Leclerc would have another stop as well. I think Weber's net third really, but fourth at the moment. There's Vettel.
difference is 28.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. We think they've got one more stop. The time
Yeah, Vettel pitting again. Vettel really not having a great race here in Abu Dhabi. My softs are starting to go off, but they're actually not too bad. What's happened to Verstappen? Because Verstappen was leading the early stages of this race. He took the lead at the start. Oh, he's really lost out in the pit stops. Again, Red Bull just not having the pace, it seems. Right, we can do another lap on these tyres. Perez is really catching now. But we'll go on to a fresh set of medium compound tyres to the end of the race. Should be the last pit stop in Season 5 that I make. I mean, what a way to sign off with Haas if we could actually somehow win this, or at least get another podium for the American team. Yeah, so
Okay, you only have to stop
yeah, another
once
lap
now.
on these can
Left,
do.
your pit window opens next lap.
Just keep doing what I'm doing. Maintain track position ahead of Perez. That's all I can do really. Can't really go quicker than him because he's on that way fresher set of medium tyres. 3.3 seconds is the gap. So Leclerc's only 1.1 behind Perez, but if they're both stopping again, I think the soft was the better choice. So the Ferrari may start to put the McLaren under pressure here for the net lead. It might help me pull away actually, because they're very similar paced cars, very competitive cars, similarly competitive cars indeed. Both teams have won multiple Grand Prix this season, so it won't be easy for Leclerc.
In this lap,
As we're going to box this lap for mediums, box, 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 the end of this lap. Because Weber 7 seconds. Yeah, he's a bit further back in that battle for the lead. As Leclerc is half a second. Perez is going to be under threat. Down this straight. Yeah, Leclerc's right on him. He'll get DRS. And Leclerc, by the looks of things, he should take the lead of this race. Effectively. Yeah, there he goes. Leclerc overtakes Perez for the effective lead when we come into the pits at the end of this lap. I think we've timed that perfectly, so we're not going to get overtaken. Yeah, Leclerc into the lead of this race. Perez not able to fight it back.
Leclerc behind. The gap to the car behind is 1.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 4 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:36.6.
Yeah, I'm losing grip. I'm losing grip fast. Yeah, we're going to dive into the pits.
Stopping this lap.
The race leader, McLeod, into the pit lane for what should be the final time for a fresh set of medium tyres to the end of the race, but we've put ourselves back in contention.
Complete. Go now.
Yeah, Verstappen's really lost out. He's behind Hamilton as well. So we should come out,
Want to finish the race on this compound.
yeah, in a nice bit of clear air. Ahead of Russell, behind Norris.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a
But we've done plenty of overtaking this Grand Prix. But it depends, when do these guys pit again?
Norris just ahead. Push for the position. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 4 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:38.3.
So Leclerc leads this race from Perez, from Weber. Weber could maybe get involved if them two keep battling. We need to make sure we get out in front of Leclerc and Perez. That's who we're racing them to. We need to get by Norris as soon as possible. Because that Mercedes would definitely hold us up. But we're we're not going to dive it down the inside. We can't take these risks now. Purple in the final sector, that's good enough for me. That's positive. Podium's more than on for sure this race. A personal best in the first sector. As we should get Norris quite easily down this straight. DRS activated. Breeze by the Mercedes. Back up into 11th.
Good job, nice overtake.
Thank you, Jeff, as my engineer likes that overtake. Very easy, well executed. It's important we clear Norris. Norris should get DRS, but not really likely to fight back. The Mercedes straight line speed in this season hasn't really been the best. It's been more Ferrari powered. There's a whole gaggle of cars. Weber looks a lot closer on the mini-map to the top two. When do they pit is the question. Well, now that's Leclerc in the pit lane. Now we need to get out in front of him. This is crucial. This is crucial for our race. We've got other drivers diving into the pit lane. Some are staying out. Leclerc could get held up. We need to get out in front of Leclerc. It's a personal best lap. As we've got Leclerc on the mediums now, we should be just ahead of Leclerc, and we are. That's very crucial that we got by Norris. We didn't rush it. We were quick but careful. And now it's a straight fight to the end of the race with the Ferrari man, who we swapped seats with towards the end of this season, and we're going to be battling for the win. So Perez leads from Weber now. As Ricciardo gets by Magnussen. Wow, fresh set of softs. Magnussen's very slow. We need to clear these cars as well, because don't forget Weber and Perez need to pit. They could get ahead. Magnussen backing me up into Leclerc as we get a fantastic exit, and we're going to make the move down the inside of Kevin Magnussen as we've got Ricciardo once more up in front. No, Perez stays out another lap. I think it's the tight offset he's looking for. As Ricciardo goes defensive, forces me off the track and the final corner. But we should comfortably get out in front of Lucas. Leclerc stuck behind Magnussen as well. Well, we need to make sure we get that DRS. Well, Leclerc trying around the outside. He doesn't want to wait. I think Magnussen would get DRS now. No, Leclerc has made his way by. So we're up into P4 now. Okay, Lucas is ahead of Norris, but he's behind Alfa Romeo. Or the Alfa Romeo of Magnussen. Yeah, look, oh, I see Weber in the background. He's not actually that far. This could be the first time Lucas Weber beats me in terms of points in the driver's standings. He's 9 points ahead of me because he won the Brazilian Grand Prix brilliantly, I must say. I mean, as it stands, Lucas would finish ahead of me in the driver's standings. As Verstappen in the pits. Perez coming out of the pit lane now. And we do get ahead of the Mexican. And Leclerc does as well. Does Lucas? Oh, not quite, but Lucas, with tyres that are warmed up, he's right up the gearbox. He's right up the gearbox now of that McLaren. And Leclerc will get DRS on myself here. Raikkonen is yet to pit again. As here comes Leclerc, and he goes for it down the inside. I'll give him the room on the exit. And he'll get DRS once more to try and pounce as he's going for it again as Charles Leclerc. As we'll go down the inside. Try and give him the room, and we do it. Weber's made it by. Weber's made it by Perez. And we just about stay ahead of Charles Leclerc. Raikkonen's pulled out massively because myself and Leclerc are battling so much. There's yellow flags. We've got yellow flags. There's been an incident. There's a few cars going slowly further back, and there's a group there of cars going so slowly. I don't know who that. It's Stroll. Stroll's out at the Grand Prix. I must say he's not had. Well, what a surprise! He's not had the best time in Red Bull, and his last race for this season with the Red Bull team ends in retirement. But we lead the Grand Prix now. I mean, Leclerc's going for it down the inside. Tyre-to-tyre contact. As we try and give Leclerc the DRS, so then we could take advantage. Please tell me we get DRS. No, Leclerc's got the DRS, and here comes Lucas as well. And Perez with the DRS further back. Okay, this time we get DRS, but Weber up into P2. Yeah, understood. So this is a four-way battle for the win here. Ferrari will be doing enough as it stands to maintain P2 of the constructors. Past second and third, that wouldn't quite be enough. I think with Vettel quite far down the order. I think the key for me is to not lose the DRS. If these guys battle so much, it could help me keep up with them. But Perez is now right up my gearbox. Weber's got some great pace here. Weber could be sniffing another victory here. If we mount the curb, and get DRS once more. Perez gaining, and Lucas is gaining for the lead. He's going down the inside of Charles Leclerc. Side by side, Leclerc just about maintains the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, but the battle's not over yet. As Weber tucks in the slipstream with DRS, he's trying to find a gap, but it's just not quite there enough. There's still more than enough laps. Still a handful of laps to have a go at the overtake on the monogas driver. It'd be Lucas's fourth win with the Haas team if he can make the move stick. As the laps are ticking down now here in Abu Dhabi. Lucas had that move done, but he didn't quite get it. And we go again with the DRS battle. Down the long straight once more. Here comes Lucas again. He's going to try it around the outside this time as Perez hits the back of my car.
Right, some information on Hamilton. They seem to have an issue.
We've had to cut the corner.
I need you to stop cutting the corners.
Because now Perez is trying to make an overtake on me, but Perez went into the back of me there, so I had to cut the corner. As Leclerc again maintains the lead of this race. I think Perez tapped the back of me, that he's lost his end plate from that. I don't know what he was thinking there. He tried to spot a gap on the outside that wasn't there. And I think that's hurt Perez's race now. But there isn't many laps left, so it's probably minor damage for Sergio.
The car behind is dropping
And
back.
Hamilton and the other McLaren having mechanical problems. I mean, he's champion, but it's not really the way he'd want to end this season. So these guys are going to do battle once more. Can Lucas get it done this time? He's not. I don't think he's as close. Sainz sets the fastest lap of the race, unexpectedly, whereas Weber just waiting for this straight. Oh, I think he's closer. No, not quite. Yeah, Perez has fallen back, so he definitely has some kind of damage because he pitted, well, the latest out of us four. Trying my absolute hardest to keep with these two, because if they keep battling then I can maybe get back into this battle, but it just seems like it's a straight fight between Leclerc and Weber for this win. I'll do battle once more. Weber's a lot closer to Charles Leclerc, and now Weber, by the looks of things, takes the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He's got in front. Lucas leads. As Sainz is out of the race. We've got a safety car right at the end. Box, box. We've got a safety car with 4 laps to go, as Weber's just taken the lead. We haven't got a fresh set. Have we? Fresh set?
Roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop.
Safety car right at the end of this season. Oh, if only it was a title decider, but it isn't. What do the top two do? Is Lucas and Leclerc? Weber, Leclerc staying out?
Confirmed. We'll receive you.
We should come out in P5? Going for it. We'll pit for soft. we should maybe come out P5. It might be P6 or 7. But that's as far as we should get.
Give that position back. We are under safety car conditions and cannot overtake. Return the position.
So just about P7 then. Ooh. That's risky. Can we make up that many places at the end? Well, I'm surprised we had to give that back. I mean, we came out the pits in front of Hamilton, so he's got some sort of issue still. Vettel's recovered up to 10th. So we're going to save as much fuel as we can. It's going to be a straight fight till the last lap, as Lucas will lead the Grand Prix.
Sebastian's in P10 at the moment. The gap is 3.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. The time last lap
And
was
we've got fresh soft.
45.3.
They are used, but they're pretty much very good condition. Soft compound tyre to the end.
Gap to teammate ahead is 10.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in first. The time last lap was a 1:43.5.
But will we get... We should get some laps in. Because I hope we've not just thrown away a podium here. Lucas would be hoping it finishes at the safety car. I think we've had a safety car this late in a Grand Prix for ages. The temperature into the tyres. I think it will come in at the end of this lap to get 2 laps of racing in. To make up as many places, we've got to go for it. Do not go away. It's going to be, I bet you it'll be a hectic last 2 laps or so of this Grand Prix if we get any. But we should do. I think Sainz's car's definitely been moved out the way now. Not the way Sainz wanted to end season 5.
Right, pick up the pace.
I think as it stands... Whoa! Magnussen just overtook the under safety car. You can't do that. Get back. Okay, back behind Hamilton now. Safety car is coming in. Unbelievable stuff.
There is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
We're going to get 2 laps of racing. And Lucas Faber has the advantage. But we're going to go for 2 laps of racing. Who knows who's going to win this race? We have the tyre advantage by a long shot. These guys have got worn medium tyres. Weber could be sensing maybe P4 in the Drivers' Championship because Vettel's down in 10th. Yeah, Weber would definitely be P4 in the Championship if he could. But here we go then. Weber has the advantage with the track position. And we've got 2 laps of racing all the way to the checkered flag. As Weber sets his sight on victory here in Abu Dhabi as we get around Hamilton already. With that issue, we're back up into P6. Can Weber hold on to victory from Leclerc? As Perez is going to be struggling with that missing part of his front wing end plate. Both McLarens wounded this Grand Prix. Leclerc not quite close enough to make a move on my teammate here, as Verstappen might be able to sense a podium finish. But no DRS activated. As we go for it on Raikkonen, and we got the move done, and Raikkonen's lost it. Or has he kept it together? No, he's kept it together. That was very close. Let's go for it on the inside of Verstappen. And my engineer likes that as we're on to the final lap of this race. And Weber could be getting another win this season. Be the first time he finishes ahead of me in the championship. As we're right behind Sergio Perez. As Perez hits the back of my car, or the front of it actually I should say, as Lucas Weber might be running away with this one now. As here comes Verstappen.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Weber has actually pulled clear of Charles Leclerc for that win. Perez is trying to hold on to third here. So we'll go for it down the inside of Perez. We've got him. With one sector to go, we've got past the Mexican again. Back up into third place on the podium. With one sector to go to see out season 5. Perez did not manage to hold on. But round the final quarter for the final time in this season, Lucas Weber, second win in a row with the fastest lap. Weber wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Once more, it's P3 for us, another 1-3.
Right, I know it's been a rough year, but let's try to stay positive. Even the greats had some poor seasons, so we'll know.
Exactly, I mean, it's been a decent season, 9th podium.
So another fantastic victory for Haas today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you hit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
Today was another great race and an even greater victory for Haas. Here they come now to step out onto the top of the podium. They'll be incredibly happy with today's result. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, it's got to be Kevin Magnussen. He displayed exceptional skill out on the track today and wasn't afraid to fight his way through the pack.
The Constructors' Championship may be a foregone conclusion at the moment, but regardless, let's look at the standings. With that result, McLaren can no longer be touched at the top of the table. They've had their ups and downs this season like all teams, but they've weathered the storm and come out on top. McLaren are world champions once again. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, we did it. We beat Ferrari to second in the constructors by 3 points. That overtake on Perez made the difference. Haas, probably unexpected, take P2 the constructors from Ferrari, who would be very disappointed with third. 92 points off the champions McLaren. Wow, the top three separated by 95 points. Wow. Alfa Romeo, P4, Red Bull, be disappointed with P5. Toro Rosso technically best of the rest. P6. Yeah, we were 3 points off Vettel in the standings there. Weber, wow, leapfrog Vettel right at the end there. Hamilton champion by 44 points, ironically. Yeah, we're P6 in the standings. It's probably our lowest finish in the season, but I mean, a victory in Austria and 9 podium finishes. It's not actually been that bad. Been more competitive for sure, and I mean, the gap between Perez to me, it's not that much. Well, I mean, I really hope next season will be stronger. But that is it, guys, for season 5. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next year in a different car, and I'm sure numerous drivers will be in different cars as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.